Good morning, my friends. Happy Tuesday, the 25th. I hope you are all well. Apologies, I wasn't on here yesterday. I think I've told you guys before, but Sunday and Monday are my husband's weekend from work. So Mondays always feel like Sundays to me. So sometimes I totally forget to hop up on here until it's like noon, 1 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, it's a weekday. I should have hopped up and did my daily card pull. So sorry about that. Today's medicine is coming to you courtesy of the Journey Tarot. Our moon is in Aquarius, so our emotions are going to be a little off, but we've also entered Virgo season, and Mercury has gone direct in the sign of Virgo, which is a time of smarts and really applying ourselves, really trying to figure out what am I doing? Let me apply myself by going into books. Let me take classes. Let me definitely work on my smarts because this is going to be a pivotal time. So right now you might be feeling a little bit emotional when you're not in a group, but once you get into a group, you get your creative juices flowing and everything's coming to you, and you're like, yes, yes, let's keep building, let's keep doing the thing, and you want to learn more and you want to process your thoughts and all of that. So if you're feeling a little, find yourself into a group, okay? Go join a class or something today, or go sit in the library where you might have the chance of sparking up a conversation with somebody. Without further ado, today actually starts in the tower, which is kind of a bummer. The tower is usually depicted of a building falling down and fire coming down. This time we're showing ourselves kind of not feeling right, feeling like we're being struck by lightning. Okay, but on the other hand, we have a chance to root ourselves. We have a chance to start over. We have a chance to really work within transitions. And that makes sense because on the 28th, we have a partial lunar eclipse, which is going to be at 96%. And then we also have the full sturgeon moon. Okay, so this is a big time of transitions. Like I said, we also have Mercury in Virgo, which is really causing us to have to really get real and kind of leave the emotions behind us. Kind of be like, all right, well, the time for boo-hooing is over. I have to rebuild my tower, man. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. I have to figure out how to make my foundation sturdier. I've got to figure out what materials are good for my area. I have to figure out how down deep I have to dig, right? And I have to figure out, am I gonna fill it? We live here in New England, so we need sump pumps for our basements, right? It's really taking the time to do the education, okay? We've gotta let go of our emotions. We've really got to dig deep on some of this wisdom, okay? So feel your feelings, absolutely. That is totally okay. It's totally okay to say, I'm having a moment. Cool, have your moment, but then you got to let it go and you got to smarten up and you got to start really getting things done and rebuilding. Okay, then we go into the Six of Swords. Try not to allow yourself to get caught up in other people's opinions of what it is that you are doing. Okay, the Six of Swords is trying to let things flow. We're trying to let life move as it's supposed to move. Okay, we need to allow ourselves to continue to grow, to continue to evolve emotionally. But while evolving emotionally, we also need to be evolving intellectually. Okay, the more that we allow ourselves to dive into the intellectual, the more our emotions are going to be able to flow more naturally. Okay, flowing with the river, not against it. I always tell you guys that emotions are meant to be felt like the waves of the ocean, right? They come in, they teach us a lesson, whether it's fear or anxiety or happiness, and then it makes its way out and it makes way for the next big emotion, right? We got to allow our emotions to be like the waves of the water, right? They aren't meant for us to create a stinky bog out of them, like a swamp in Louisiana. That's not what we're meant to do with our emotions whatsoever. So we need to allow to let them to flow. We need to go with the flow. Yes, we're having a tower moment. Yes, things feel hard right now. We're transitioning. That makes total sense. But then you gotta learn to let it go, okay? And then finally, we have the Seven of Swords, taking control, being like, swords, you aren't gonna rule me, I'm gonna rule you. I'm going to hold you all together nice and neatly. Yes, we still have a couple who are loose out in the background, okay? So we got to be wary of those. We got to be wary of the ones that we haven't gotten into control, because those are the ones that can come down and stab us, okay? Making sure you are taking back your power. Take back your power from all times, all spaces, all people, all situations, and hold them tried and true in your own hand by building your intellectual conversations, building groups of intellectuality, maybe going to do a trivia night out and about in town, right? Something of those lines. Definitely working on building, because the tower's here, baby. It's gonna suck. It's not gonna be easy, but it's all about how we lean into that transition. Guys, don't forget this Saturday I am going to be at the Earth Magic Shop offering 15-minute tarot and oracle card readings, along with Sarah, who is going to be doing vibrational sound healing. And then we're also going to have somebody be doing Acu Detox. We might even have a massage person. There's going to be all kinds of cool things happening. And of course, all the fun wares in Amanda's shop. Come out, come see us, come have a good time with us. We can't wait to see you. It'll be this Saturday from 11 to 4. And of course, I have openings in the office this week as well. So much love. Namaste. Stay safe. Stay positive.